experience within the profession of interpreting. There's a lot of issues within the profession itself. A lot of the complaints include feelings of dismissal, feeling resistance from others, as well as worry that there's not an equal job market. Many deaf interpreters feel concerned that if a hearing interpreter doesn't like them, that their job chances are reduced. And deaf interpreters also feel that if hearing interpreters are commenting about them, they can't make comments back, because if they say something back, they'll be dismissed and they'll be out of a job. So that's really concerning. Imagine if you just had to accept all of these things going on within the community as a deaf interpreter, as someone involved within the deaf community. Next, I want to discuss students' experiences. The first thing that comes up is curriculum. There's a lot of discussion with curriculum because, again, there's discussion of the program designs and what they look like and if that's matching the deaf consumers. If it's matching the style of the deaf, but it's not. There's many interpreting programs that are teaching how to team with deaf. There aren't many there aren't many programs focusing on how to work with deaf interpreters. With class assignments and homework assignments, I want to discuss a little bit more about that. There's many people with concerns about that. They feel that their assignments and their homework, that it's not explained correctly for them. They have to translate it in order to understand it. They're not sure how to approach that homework. They feel like they're stuck. They don't know how to match it. It's not matching these skills. Working as an interpreter, trying to improve your skills, there's a lot of analysis as far as the skills go. And with deaf students, their interpreting work and their projects, they feel that how they're graded and how they're looked at is not fair. Because some students are working to translate and the teacher's looking at it and they're saying, that's fine, good enough, and they pass it on. And the reason that they're doing that is because they think, oh, you're deaf, that's fine. So deaf people are thinking, do I already have the skills that I need? But that's not true. They're just getting passed through their classes, and they're not getting the feedback that they need. Even worse, deaf students comment that their teachers grading their homework, that their teachers don't even grade their homework, that they let the deaf students themselves grade their homework because the teacher doesn't know how to give them feedback. Imagine going to a school and entering your classroom and doing all of this work. When you go to turn it in, the teacher looks at it and says, oh, you can just grade it yourself. You can give your own feedback. What's the point of having a teacher if they're not giving you feedback and useful advice? They're not giving you the appropriate assignments. They're not giving you the appropriate homework. And when they're ready to go into the profession and start working, many interpreting students feel like they're not ready at all. The deaf students feel that they're still unsure of themselves, that they don't know what their role is. They're not sure about their skill levels and if they're where they need to be. And there's not the help that they need to be. They're not sure how to keep with the boundaries and how to set up those boundaries. Most deaf interpreting students will comment that they learn interpreting from actually entering the profession. Their program is worthless to them, but they have to enter the profession and get their hands dirty and start working in order to get that experience and learn from it. Finally, I want to discuss how deaf people, students, view their programs negatively and positively, what the positive and negatives are. So you'll see again quotes here of how people feel about the curriculum and the program. They feel that it's not matching them as professionals. but it's only catered to hearing students. But one benefit that they have, it's actually kind of interesting. Deaf interpreters comment that in their experience, they really feel guilty because growing up and going to school and having video relay services and interpreters and all these different people that they've met, they experience interpreters every single day. So they have a tendency to criticize interpreters and yell at interpreters and chew them out for things that they've done, but now they're seeing the interpreting profession in a whole new way. They see the process, what it looks like, what your role is, and they have a complete different mindset. So when they start to think of interpreters, they kind of feel convicted. So again, a lot of experiences with deaf students becoming interpreters, they feel like their curriculum is not matching them, that there's not enough availability of resources. Many students feel that school is boring and that they are not learning a lot. They're sitting there and they're taking in the information, but they see the same things again and again. They feel like they're numb to it at this point because it's stuff that they already know, and so oftentimes they quit the program. There's a lot of feelings of uninvolvement and there's a lack of mentorship. But hearing students are often not involved in the deaf community. Hearing students feel that there's a resistance and that they can't trust the deaf interpreters. Lastly, I want to talk about how we can improve interpreting programs for deaf students and their higher education. So the most important thing is going to be that deaf students need representation of certified deaf interpreters. They need teachers, mentors, tutors. They need deaf people that are involved within their program and their education. They can't only see hearing people throughout their whole program. That's not right. They don't know the deaf perspective. They don't know the deaf experience. They're completely unaware, and therefore they cannot match. A lot of students have never met a deaf interpreter. Imagine never meeting a deaf interpreter, but you're learning how to become a deaf interpreter. That's ridiculous. Second, we need to develop. We need to really pay attention to developing their skills uniquely, meaning that deaf interpreters, their work as interpreters and translators cannot be focused within the hearing world. They need to be focused not the same as hearing interpreters. It's more abstract working with deaf interpreters. There's a lot of gestures and international languages being used. There needs to be strength in art and there needs to be props given to deaf interpreters within research, so that can be taught to students who want to become deaf interpreters, so that there can be a focus on their skills and how to match them. Next, there needs to be a unified approach to teaching. There needs to be a value for deaf interpreters and their culture. Their culture needs to be included within the profession of interpreting. Meaning that the deaf community needs to join with interpreting programs. And interpreting programs in turn need to join with the deaf community as well. We can't just stay in our own little circle and not involve other groups. We need to all work together in order to develop this. It'll benefit everyone involved. Teachers and staff within programs really need to mingle with other teachers and other staff. They can't just routinely stay in their own programs. They need to attend conferences, travel to different places, meet new people, so they can get new mindsets, new ideas, and incorporate that within their programs. Because there's a lot of interpreting programs that just stick to themselves and are resistant to other ideas, other curriculums. They're just thinking that theirs is the best. Instead of discussing with others and sharing ideas, they refuse to do that. There's no one way of interpreting. There's different standards everywhere. Now, inclusion of deaf interpreters is important, but CODAs as well. And people of color. People of color need to be involved in the interpreting programs, but many times they're not. In interpreting programs still, it's usually 60 to 70% of people that are white, as well as the students, and mostly women too. There's many programs that aren't thinking about the demographics and how we're matching people within the community. At the same time, it's important for students to feel that they're represented, that they need to not think that they know everything. They need to be humble and willing to learn new mindsets. They need to have open minds, because the way that they've grown up and their perspectives, they might have a developed mindset. So they go into a program and they're completely dumbfounded. They don't have exposure to these various perspectives, and they're overwhelmed by that experience. Finally, my main point. There's many discussions of different concerns, of teachers not being qualified to teach interpreting, of teachers not being qualified to teach ASL, hearing interpreters not knowing how to work with and facilitate communication with deaf interpreters. There's also mentorship within the community and people who are unsure how to become mentors. In order to improve, I suggest that within programs and interpreter education as a whole, that there's more research on how to match Forestall, and lastly, the National Consortium for Interpreter Training Center. Those are 3 groups who have researched many different things in order to find how to, and they found that there's not enough deaf interpreters, and that programs nationwide need to be willing to accept deaf interpreters, and some won't. There's a lot of people that are only available for hearing interpreting students, and it's really sad and shocking. Lastly, we need to evolve the perspective and figure out how that impacts others. There needs to be a strong emphasis on deaf interpreters and their feelings. They are scared that they're not going to be seen as equals within the interpreting profession. And we need to be able to improve that. How are we going to improve that? And there needs to be trust established first. One amazing research article that was printed is by a woman named Lori with deaf interpreters. And it's really amazing research. And it shows the same thing that is involved in my research. That deaf and hearing interpreters don't have trust within each other, and they're not going to be successful as a result of